the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. Roz. Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Here is the text that we got from Josie. My fiance is your biggest fan. He's constantly pushing your podcast onto me and making me listen to all the topics you cover. However, I've never heard of this one. Here's the situation. I'm a nighttime shower person. Smitty, that's her fiance, is a morning shower person.
Oh, damn.
I work in an office all day while he works in construction. So when he comes home, he is sweaty and dirty, likely covered in dust. We just bought a house together, and I want him to shower at nighttime so we can both get into a clean bed rather than just being clean myself in the sheets. He disagrees to shower at night. As he says, we sweat in our sleep. I get that people do sweat in their sleep, but what is more gross? Getting into bed knowingly, all disgusting and dirty, or showering after work / before bed and knowing you are fresh and clean in bed? Please help me convince him to shower after work.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. If you work, like if you're doing that kind of work where you're coming home dirty and full of dust and everything else, you got to shower when you get home.
I agree with that.
You can't sit on the couch like from that all day and just like watch television and then go crawl into the bed with that like ass and stuff.
And dust.
Yeah.
Hold on. Smitty's on the phone. Yo, Smitty, are you there?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Bro, why are you so dirty?
What do you do for a living, Smitty?
Well, I work in construction, but the company I work for, I don't actually go on site. I work in the warehouse for the construction company.
Okay. So how dirty are you getting during the day?
Not dirty at all. I deal with hardware. I don't deal with actual
Well, why is Josie making it sound like you come home filthy?
I know. It's funny. She told me she was going to do this too. I didn't believe her.
She said you're likely covered in dust every day that you come home.
No.
Are you covered in dust?
I mean, not like my clothes, maybe a little bit, but that's about it.
So you're not going out and you're not like pouring concrete and all this stuff, right?
No, I'm part of the team that provides the hardware for that stuff. I actually don't do the dirty work.
What do you wear to work?
I wear pants, shirt.
Just like regular clothes?
Yeah.
Josie, what's the matter with you?
He's dusty. You know, his face
Dusty?
is dusty. His beard.
Is your beard dusty?
It sounds worse than it is.
How dusty are you, Smitty?
It sounds like I'm 90 years old by the way she's describing me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I got the impression when she said construction,
Yes.
I also got the impression that you're like out there on the streets or like working on a building, right? Like you're like building a
Pouring
condo
roofs.
or something like that.
Yeah.
No, I just work in the warehouse.
Oh,
Okay.
To bed, and I'm like clean. I'm clean. I shower. My face is fresh. Like my skin's all clean. I don't want him to kiss me with his dirty, dusty beard.
Dirty, dusty beard. Smitty, you wash your face when you get home?
Yeah, I shower every day. I shower daily.
No, but when you come home, when you come home.
I wash my face before I leave work.
No, bro, that's not the question. So the answer is no then, right?
Your wife has to, Josie's got to see you washing your face.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do better.
Is that like an even compromise? Can you wash your face in that dusty beard?
Why are you so opposed to showering at night?
It's okay. Here's my thing: is I'd rather start the day clean. You know what I mean? Start the day fresh. And I find if you shower at night, everybody's like, I'm kind of like Roz. I sweat a lot when I when I sleep.
Keep my name out of your mouth, okay?
I sweat when I sleep. I'm like Roz. So I find if I shower at night, it just kind of completes the purpose the next morning because I'm now been sweating and stuff. So I'd rather start the day clean.
Instead of a full shower, what about a rinse?
Yeah.
What if you like rinse at night, right?
Yeah.
So you get the dust out of your beard and stuff and your hair, and you still do the full shower in the morning.
I absolutely can do that,
Yeah.
Josie, does that sound fair?
God bless. That sounds great.
Why don't you leave a package of your makeup wipes out on the counter for him, Josie?
Yeah. Okay.
Right? And then he just comes home and takes one of those little makeup wipes and just gives his face a clean.
That's all that matters.
Right.
That's perfect.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Josie did you dirty here, man. She really did. She really did. She made it sound like you come home like filthy.
Yeah, I'm
like
glad
a hobo.
we got you on the phone.
Yeah.
Like I run a vac truck or something.
Yeah, it's like I'm thinking poor Josie's like in bed with a hobo.
Yeah. No, I just work in the warehouse.
Jeez. Okay.
So rinse when you get home and shower in the morning, okay?
Yeah.
Will do. Thanks for this.
Dusty. I've never had somebody call me Dusty before.
Before we let you go, Josie, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
I'm all about the salt and pepper look, so I'm going to go with Roz.
Because I look dusty?
And Dusty, Smitty, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Hands down, pants down, daddy. I mean, Roz.
Oh, my God.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, man, I love showering. I'm a multiple times a day showerer, depending on...
That's crazy.
On what I'm doing. We were just talking to a couple who... the husband who works construction, but not like out in the world, not in the field.
Like a dog, yeah.
He works in a warehouse that supplies these supplies that they need for the job. But his fiance wants him to shower when he gets home from work as to not get into bed at night. All disgusting. Because she showers before getting into bed.
She's a night shower. He's a morning shower. She wants to correct that in him.
I'm a morning shower. However, if during the day, if I'm doing stuff outside, and if I'm sweaty, or if I work out, let's say, right, then immediately after I will shower. Right. Even if I'm working out like 5 o'clock, I'll shower that night, and then when I wake up at 2:15 the next morning, I'm showering again.
Really?
Like a full shower.
That's too much showering.
No, multiple times.
No, too much.
Love it.
No, it's not good for your skin. Also,
my skin is great.
Also, you need to spend time with your family. You spend too much time in the shower.
I spend time with my family, jackass.
I don't know.
I guarantee you spend more time sitting on the toilet than I do in the shower and then getting out, getting dressed, and then continuing with my day. I guarantee
Let's not. Listen, most times in my life, I am quite happy to turn things around and make it all about me.
This time?
This is not one of those times.
Shem, multiple times a day, depending?
Twice. Yeah. I listen, we were up at a very ungodly hour, and a shower wakes me up. Yeah. And then throughout the day, you
just sitting around going, God, I could use a shower right now?
No, it's just if I'm busy during the day and I want to get the day off me. And then I shower.
What does that mean, the day off you?
Like the germs and the grossness and the people, sweating depending on how good the day
showers
is.
a ton.
Yeah.
Matthew asks me to shower after I barbecue.
Really?
What?
He doesn't like the smell of the barbecue on you?
Not in the bed.
Oh, wow.
Whereas I'm like, come on, hot dog smell in bed?
You guys got some real demanding lifestyles that you're showering on this
Maria,
much.
what about you?
I definitely have to say morning to wake me up, but I'm also someone who showers like twice a day.
What?
Because if I go to the gym, I don't want to go to bed in sweaty and stuff and
Thank you.
my sheets.
Yeah.
But I don't wash my hair every day.
No.
Because I'm trying not to kill it. So.
Yeah, you guys are all showering.
I like just standing in the shower.
Shampoo my hair every couple of days.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
What's your shower length? How long you shower for?
Maybe 4 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm in there forever.
Are you?
I'm in the shower for at least 15, 20 minutes.
What? 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Girl, does your father know?
Yeah. That, and I leave all the lights on, so I'm not in the best books.
What do you mean? You shower in the dark? Who showers in the dark?
No, I leave all the lights on in my house, so I just use all the water and I use all the lights.
Okay. Listen,
so you leave a room and the lights are still on.
So now we're listing reasons why you're a bad dog.
Yes.
I thought it was just the one.
Just the one.
We're gonna get to this call real quick. Before we get to that,
too much.
Text 925-555. Somebody said daytime shower people are gross.
Thank you. I don't know why. I really have no opinion.
Referencing the guy who we had on not that long ago, where he works construction.
Yeah.
And his fiance wants him to shower when he gets home from work. He 100% needs to shower when he gets home, especially in construction, depending what he's working with. But a lot of materials have chemicals or dust particles with chemicals in them.
Do you ever take a shower and just not wash, Maury? Like, you ever just go in there and just get wet?
Oh, I love that.
Really?
You say, like, okay, Google play Billy Joel, and you stand there.
What is the point of that?
Sounds so sad.
Yeah, big time. Another text reads, you guys shower way too many times. My wife and I shower every other day in the evening.
Yes.
But sometimes in the shower, there's just great smells. You know, the show. So
If I'm doing a full girl shower, that takes at least 30 to 40 minutes.
Agreed.
That's what I
because
do, man.
It takes forever. And then if you have to shave your legs, and then you got to wash your hair. Then if you do a hair mask, I'm in there for like an hour.
Girl shower.
Imagine seeing Uptown Girl in the shower.
416-870-8888. Hello.
Oh, hi.
So you make your husband shower when he gets home from work?
I don't make him. He does it. But he is dirty when he gets home.
What does he do for a living?
He does a lot of stuff. They lay the pipe in the ground to run the fiber internet through. They do electrical, plumbing. Yeah, it's a big construction company.
Yeah, it's always nice to hear another guy lays pipe for a living, you know?
Come on now, you were thinking it too.
Oh, God.
All right,
So
did he, when he gets home from work and he hops in the shower, like, was that a decision he made long before the two of you got together, or was that based on your recommendation, maybe?
No, it was 100% him. Like, he knows when he gets home, his hands are black. Sometimes he smells like oil. Super sweaty. So, yeah, he goes down, he strips from his dirty clothes and right in the shower.
Does he have a special place to get undressed, or do you let him walk through the house with all that stuff on?
Unfortunately, he does trek through the front door and kitchen, but he goes right to the basement and gets undressed there and keeps his clothes there.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
No problem. I'm so happy you guys called.
We're happy that you listened, and we're happy that we were able to talk to you.
Oh, yeah. I laugh out loud in the car by myself every morning on the way to work.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, really lifts my...
Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite, though?
Oh, boy. Okay, I'm going to say Mocha. I love your energy. I think it's similar to mine, but you guys are both awesome.
So Mocha, then.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, thanks.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You want to hear Kevin Hart and Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban, one of the Dragons. Dragons Den. Mm-hmm. Does he still own the Mavs?
I think so.
Yeah, still does, right?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart and Mark Cuban on Kevin Hart's show, Heart to Heart, talking about how each of them bypassed investing in Uber.
Oh, yeah.
And the amount of money that they had to put in versus what in 2023 they could have made.
Ashton Kutcher style.
There's nothing worse than being pitched something that you just can't see. You can't see it. By the way, if you've not heard me tell the story, I will tell it again. I've told it 1,000 times. I had the opportunity to invest in Uber.
Me too.
In early stages, okay? Listen, Mark.
I'm gonna one up you on this one. Go ahead.
This makes me so mad.
Go ahead.
Okay? Shouts out to Troy Carter. Troy Carter tells me, he's like, Kev, there's this thing, man. It's called Uber. You gotta invest in it. Listen, it's easy to understand, right? It's basically like strangers giving like people they don't know rides. Like people can call on other people for rides. I was like, what? He was like, people can just, there's an app, and you say you need a ride, and whoever's close to you that is like one of the drivers under our app will come get you. I was like, sounds like Murderville to me. He's like, no, man, it's Uber. Trust me, man, they're gonna have like different tiers to it. I said, this got to be the stupidest I ever heard.
Okay. The guy who started it, Travis, right?
I know Travis.
He had a company before that.
Okay.
Red Swoosh.
Okay.
Peer-to-peer networking thing. I invested in it. I basically saved him.
Okay.
Because he was running out of money. That his investors came to me. I'm like, okay, he sold it. We made a little bit of money. He comes to me like, first off, I got this thing. It's going to replace taxi cab. It was called Uber Cab at the time. I still got the emails, right? I'm like, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But he had a valuation of like $10 million. And I said, I'll do it at $5 million valuation for Uber. Never came back to me. He got somebody else. So don't feel bad.
Kevin Hart and Mark Cuban talking about passing on Uber. By the way, Mark Cuban, if he would have invested back then in 2009, $250,000, money would have turned into $2.25 billion right now.
Ashton Kutcher was in on Uber early on, very early on, and he sent Mila Kunis out in one. And she was like, I'm not getting into a car with a stranger. Like, it was really crazy, right? Because Ashton Kutcher was the first person on Twitter to get to 1 million followers.
He was, yeah.
Right. He was like very, very early on in all this. But this is why I will always be sort of a consumer as opposed to an innovator. And I've told this story before, which is in like 2000, I don't even know, maybe we were doing this show, so maybe like 2006-ish kind of thing, 2005, 2006. When did we start the show?
09.
Maybe I wasn't. Maybe we weren't doing. I was doing ET Canada. Okay. I was doing ET Canada. Sorry, and I was in Calgary for a shoot for ET Canada, and I was with my uncle, and it was like a snowstorm, everything else, because my uncle was living in Calgary at the time, and I'd seen him in years, and we went for dinner, and I had to get back to the hotel. We walked outside of this restaurant, and we were looking for a cab, and this guy in a minivan pulled up. And he's like, hey, where are you guys going? And I'm like, well, I got to get back down to the Marriott. And he presses the button and opens up the back of the minivan. The door slides open. And he goes, here, get in. I'll give you a ride, $10, right? And I look inside the van and it's like there's children's hockey equipment and everything else in there.
Okay.
And I look at him and I go, are you a cab? And he goes, no, I'm freelance.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, okay, so me and my uncle get in. We give him $10, right? We get in. We give the guy $10, and he drives us to the hotel. And so I had that experience. And to me, I then for years told the story of this time I got into a guy's minivan because he said that he was a freelance cab driver. So I used it as a story. I didn't see this as, oh my God, this is the future, right? So I got a one-time funny anecdote out of it instead of being some sort of genius who then comes up with something like Uber.
Where you could see the future.
I could see the future.
You saw it, the vision was there.
For me, I'm like Kevin Hart, where for me the story was I avoided a homicide.
Yeah, completely.
And paid $10.
Yeah. You end up in that hockey bag in the back of the van.
What's in the bag, man? What's in the bag?
All heads.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Maury, what were you doing hanging out with Jeff Goldblum over the weekend?
I went to a jazz concert.
What? So I didn't know this.
Jeff Goldblum, the actor?
Jeff Goldblum, the actor, is like a pianist, and he plays in a jazz band called...
Jeff Goldblum from like Jurassic Park?
Yes, and The Fly, and Jeff Goldblum from everything. Did you ever see a show on Disney? It's really good.
No.
It's really funny. It's just like the life of Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, okay.
Like he just goes and tries new stuff. It's really great. So it's Jeff Goldblum and the Mildred Snitzer Orchestra.
Oh.
So here's a little bit of Jeff Goldblum on stage.
That was your weekend?
Okay, so
Were you 80?
At some point, I don't know how this happened, but Maurie and I guess people Maurie knows have convinced somebody that they're related to the bass player in Jeff Goldblum's jazz band.
Yes.
And they wound up getting themselves, I'm guessing, free tickets to the show and backstage passes and stuff like this.
Obvi.
What is the relation? Explain the relation here. Because Jeff Goldblum specifically calls them out on stage.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. So we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
So Maurie, what is the connection between you and Jeff Goldblum's bassist?
So Susie, my legal guardian, and the bassist Alex Frank are cousins.
You're your legal guardian, though.
You're
almost
50-year-old.
50-year-old
man.
I know, but she signed legal documents. I'm sure they're still standing.
Like a conservatorship?
Michael? No, Maurie.
Susie and Alex Frank are cousins.
Okay, wait. Hold on.
Who's Alice Frank?
Alex Frank is the bass player.
And they are
cousins.
Okay, so
like blood cousins, like by blood for sure, or
yeah.
But like first cousins?
Well, Susie's like grandfather and his grandfather are brothers.
Oh my God. Okay, so wait a second. So none of these people you're related to any of them.
not legally.
Okay.
Or how about not at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you somehow managed to get yourself on the invite and meet Jeff Goldblum because you convinced Jeff Goldblum's bassist that you're related to him.
Susie did. And
Susie
then I
did.
guess, so now I'm a cousin too.
Okay, so here's Jeff Goldblum shouting them out on stage.
Oh my God.
How about all of Alex's cousins? Are you here yet? Yeah. So, there's Susie Lyon and Jack Lyon and Mira Lyon and Eli and their kids, Rachel and Maurie. Are you all here? Oh my gosh, all the way back there? Hey, nice to see you. Nice to see you. I'll see you maybe after the show. There you go. What a nice theater this is.
Wait, but
And their kids, Maurie.
But Aunt Susie is not. Isn't Aunt Susie like a family friend?
She was till she became my legal guardian.
No. But like, you're not related to Aunt Susie, is what I'm trying to get at.
No, I mean,
like Aunt Susie is not your dad's like sister.
No.
Or cousin. It's
No.
just like there's no blood relation.
No.
To you and Aunt Susie.
No.
Okay. Okay. So you guys, as a collective, hustled Jeff Goldblum's bassist into thinking that you're all related.
Well, he is with Susie.
Wow.
Have they ever spoken before?
Susie talks to his father.
So no.
No.
So you went to a Jeff Goldblum show.
I saw the pictures. It looked like they were having a hell of a time backstage.
We were backstage singing Jewish prayers.
Oh my God. Anyway, so that's Maurie's
cousin.
10 times removed.
Who has a weekend like that?
I
Who has a
know.
weekend that says, guys, I found out I'm related to Jeff Goldblum's bassist. And guess what I did with it? Made the most of it. Right? Who has that kind of weekend?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello?
Hey, it's Roz and Mocha.
Oh, hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's your name?
Kirsten.
Kirsten. Oh, Kirsten. Our Kirsten.
Yeah,
the only
hi.
Kirsten that we know.
Yeah, hi.
Tattoo artist Kirsten. Kirsten
Yeah.
texted and said her birthday was on Sunday, so happy belated birthday.
Oh, there you go. Happy birthday, Kirsten.
Thank you.
And Kirsten said, my whole life changed this year, leaving my ex of 5 years and starting over.
Wow. Big jump.
Yeah, it's expensive.
What, expensive? What happened?
Sometimes people grow apart. Things like aren't what you need them to be, and then you need to move out. I lived with him for over 3 years, so I had to find my own place, and that now the cost of living is insane. So yeah.
But you sound like you're in good spirits now.
Oh yeah, I'm so much happier.
Yeah, good. What was the point in the relationship where you knew that it was over?
It started to not be the safest place for me.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, things just go a certain way, and yeah, I don't know. You grow apart. I was getting my stuff together, getting healthier, and we were growing in different directions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. So if you could give advice, and not that you're any sort of expert, but you've just been through it. If somebody's in a situation where they've been there a while and the thought of jumping and going out on their own because the current situation is either not ideal or unhealthy, or you're with somebody who's trying to drag you in a direction you don't want to go, what's the first step? Like, what was what brought you to the point of where you're like, I need to move now?
I think I was just unhappy and miserable for a long time and taking it out on other people.
Yeah.
And I think that was like the biggest sign, as I noticed a lot of people could tell I was really unhappy, and it was just a lot of arguing, and a lot of my clients were talking about their own relationships to me and how there's people who will like wake up being happy to be with you.
Yeah. So how did you get out? Like, what was the first move? You went looking for a place, or you had a conversation with him?
I looked for a place before I did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you live together, it's not that easy.
No.
And what was the thing that, like on your darkest days when you were just down in the dumps that helped get you out of that mindset? What was the thing that helped cheer you up?
Probably my best friend, honestly.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, she also dated him. So.
But that was
Oh my God, wait, what?
By the way, that was a perfect opportunity to say Roz and Mocha just then, and you blew it. But anyway.
Sorry. Yes, you do. You too.
Yeah. Okay, so wait a second. So you and your best friend
dated the same guy?
Yeah, we broke up for 2 months in 2019, and they dated, and that's how we met.
What? Plot twist?
What?
Yes. We've been best friends for a couple of years now.
And did she have a similar experience with him or no?
Well, I mean, he left her for me again, but yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys, the two of y'all still
Whatever,
remain
sometimes
friends.
it's how you meet. I don't know.
Even while you were back together with the guy for as long as you were, like you were still best friends with the girl?
Oh, yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I
She's my
respect
best
that.
friend in this whole world. Sometimes it's messed up how you meet people,
Yeah,
but
I respect
happens
that.
for
I
a
respect
reason.
that. I'm down with that. Yeah.
All right, Kirsten.
I applaud
To
you.
be fair,
I
it
applaud
also
you.
had nothing to do with her. You know what I mean?
I applaud you.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah.
Wow, real talk from Kirsten. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thanks for the call.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Bro, someone going to have to do a wellness check on Michael Jordan. He's not going to have a good day today.
Oh, no. Why? What happened?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Tell him to stay away from TMZ. So, Michael Jordan's son, Marcus, is dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, Larsa.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen used to play together on the Chicago Bulls championship team. Won enough trophies, enough rings together. Fun fact, they also hate each other. So, super awkward. Last month, paparazzi caught up with Michael Jordan to ask, because Jordan has never said anything about the relationship and was like fully asked, right?
Hey, Mr. Jordan, what do you think about Marcus and Larsa Pippen together? You approve of it?
That's a tough question to ask.
You don't approve? Do you think he's going to ask her to marry him?
So Jordan doesn't answer, but he does not approve. And that last question right there, do you think he's going to ask her to marry him? Is very important.
Yeah.
Because Marcus and Larsa were asked by paparazzi when they were leaving a restaurant last night.
Hey, Marcus, I have a people's question, man. What's the possibility of a marriage happening between you and Larsa?
We're looking for a location.
Looking for a location?
We're looking for a location.
You guys have a date?
It's in the works.
In the works? In the works?
There, go ahead.
Well, congratulations, man.
In the works. Still trying to figure out a date. Larsa Pippen.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan's ex-coworker's ex-wife, potential soon-to-be future daughter-in-law.
Just elope at that point, right?
Yeah.
Like, just don't try and make it work with family. You understand the dynamic. Like, at that point, if you go through with a big wedding and you throw out all the invites, and you're just trolling family at that point, right? Like, it's just cruel and unusual.
Yeah.
You're like, just don't do that.
I don't expect your dad to show up.
No, just elope. Just elope. Don't try and bring everybody together, and nobody wants that. Nobody.
Well, I do. I mean,
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
All right. Jesse lives in Timmins, Ontario. Big up to Timmins.
Yeah.
Love Timmins. Love all of our fans out there. Jesse texted in and said, I've been listening for over a year now. Huge fan. Absolutely love you guys. We just completed a family road trip from Ontario to BC and back.
Wow.
And of course, listened to tons of podcast episodes. My son tried to repeat Roz's hands down, pants down. And completely messed it up. It was hilarious. Thanks for all the laughs. Keep on keeping on. So what did your son say instead of hands down, pants down?
Oh, man. So he looked at us and he looked all confused and he's like, touch the ground, pull your pants down?
Yeah.
Jesse, do you know the origin of hands down, pants down? I guess you don't.
No.
You don't because you only been listening for a year. Yeah. Because the Roz and Mocha Show, we've been on the radio, or we've been together for almost 14 years now. End of the month is going to be 14. And in the very early days of the show, Roz had said hands down, and I thought he said pants down because of the way he said
Is
hands
that how
down.
It started?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we just since then started saying hands down, pants down.
Oh, my God.
How old's your kid?
He's 10.
Yeah. It's a good age, man.
Yeah, he's 10.
How long did the drive take, Ontario to BC?
We did it in about, I think, 5 days going there with a breakdown and truck.
Oh, my God. Oh, no.
And on the way back, we did it 3 days, including a breakdown and a camper. So.
Oh, my God. Why anybody would ever do that?
A family road trip?
Oh, that far?
Gotta do it once.
Especially through the prairies?
Oh, I know. All the flat land.
Yeah, but we had you guys keep us, happy and good and content.
I get that.
Yo, shout out to the prairies. Listen, Roz and Mocha show's out there, too.
I know, but bro, it's not an interesting drive. Right? Like,
It's the first time. The first time you're like, oh my God, look, this is different. And the second time you're like, yeah, I've seen it.
It's like that South Park. Remember that South Park episode where they said Canada only has one road?
Yeah.
Right?
They weren't wrong.
They're not wrong. We got one road.
How did your little guy do with such a long road trip? Because those are long days.
They did great.
Yeah.
Especially, even on the way back, everybody was ready to go home. So
yeah, of course.
They toughed it out.
What do you keep them busy with in the back of the car?
They had some games and stuff like that. They had their switches.
Yeah. Those switches are lifesavers, man.
No.
Oh, yeah.
They are, and you get that. If they're interested, like the switch is a lifesaver when your kid is like into, like the Mario games and stuff like that, that's fine. But when your kid is into something like Zelda, like one of those long ass games.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Those switches are gold.
Jesse, we appreciate the note. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for your dedication. Hope all is well out there in Timmins. Before we let you go, between Roz and Mocha, I know it's only been a year that you've been listening, but we asked the question. So far, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Oh, come on. Hands down, pants down. It's got to be Roz.
Yeah, baby.
Hey.
That's what I'm saying.
Big up Timmins, big up Timmins.
Touch
Love
the
you,
floor,
Jesse.
pull your pants down.
All right, love you guys.
Later, dude.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story.
I just looked down and saw a brief little tiny bit of info for Hell of a Story. And all I'm going to tell you is that in order for this to work, you and I have to take this very seriously, okay?
Got you. Brocarde, are you there?
I am here, yes.
Brocarde, thank you so much for being on Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story. You, first of all, are a musician. You're an artist, very accomplished, high praise from a lot of notable magazines, publications, other rock stars. So it's a bit of a celebrity Hell of a Story today. Brocarde, when and where does your Hell of a Story take place?
Well, I guess I'm the singer who married a ghost.
What?
Yeah, this is me, the singer who, walked down the aisle to a spirit.
I actually watched your vows on YouTube.
Whoa, you did
wow.
like a full
Amazing.
ceremony and everything?
Yes. Let's start at the beginning here. How did you meet your ghost? What's his name? What was he in his previous life, I guess? Give us a backstory on your husband.
Okay, cool. Well, Eduardo, he was the ghost of a Victorian soldier, and we met when he, unannounced, out of nowhere, burst into my bedroom in the dead of night and started haunting me quite aggressively.
Oh.
Like by doing what? Like making noise? Like slamming the door? Drawers were opening?
Well, our first encounter, I couldn't get to sleep, so I was tossing and turning in bed, and he sent this really, really intense burning sensation right in the middle of my heart, and he kind of passed down through every limb of my body and kind of out through my toes, and then out of nowhere I felt this really, really hot breath on my neck, and he whispered I love you in my ear. So he was completely forward. Remember, this is the first time I'd ever met Eduardo. Never seen him, never heard anything about him. And on our first encounter, he was confessing his undying love for me. So it was he was a bit full on and a bit intense.
So when do you decide to marry Eduardo the ghost?
Well, after a few kind of spooky encounters and him being quite intense, I woke up one morning to find an engagement ring on my pillow. Okay, so there's an engagement ring on my pillow. Where on earth has this come from? And I walked into the bathroom to kind of like wash my face or do my teeth. And in the steam of the shower, it said, "Will you marry me?"
Get out
and
of
I
here.
was like, whoa, what on earth is going on here? I didn't even consciously process or even debate the question in my head, but I could feel something pushing the ring onto my finger, and I was like, okay, I feel like I have no control of this. I have no control of my body. I have no control of the question. I felt like it wasn't really a choice. It was just something that was happening, but I could just kind of feel me accepting this proposal. And I was like, okay, so now I'm not only having a haunting from a ghost or having this kind of like weird relationship with a ghost, now I've just been proposed to by a ghost. And I'm like, okay, looks like I'm saying yes then. Let's plan the wedding.
When it comes to a wedding where you're marrying a ghost, with the invite list, is it just the living that are invited to your wedding, or did you guys also invite the dead?
Oh no, like it was literally an open invite to any dead or living soul. Eduardo makes this really, really inappropriate comment that he's suddenly spotted the ghost of Marilyn Monroe. And I cannot repeat what he said about her, but it was very, 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 very suggestive and very rude. And I was just like, whoa, hold on a second. I've just kind of said my vows and I'm ready to kind of commit to you. And now you're like eyeing up other ghosts. So I'm like, okay.
Did you have any other famous people at your wedding?
Well, we threw the invite open to everyone. So like on the guest list, there was people like Henry VIII, like Johnny Cash, like all of like
Johnny Cash.
Eduardo, like, yeah, Eduardo's like favorite. But I mean, personally, I didn't see any of those people. And the only one that Eduardo referenced was Marilyn Monroe.
Have you seen Eduardo?
Yeah, Eduardo is, oh my God, Eduardo is devilishly handsome. Like imagine like long tousled hair, like always in his uniforms.
So the wedding night, like, do you make love? Is there a honeymoon? Like, what happens after that?
Well, I mean, you would think we would have like made love, but considering he was more interested in Marilyn Monroe, then that certainly wasn't going to happen. That kind of put
that was like your first fight, huh?
So wait a second. So the honeymoon doesn't go well then?
No, the honeymoon was a little bit like, I mean, we didn't go abroad. Like he didn't like whisk me away to Hawaii or Barbados or anywhere exciting. We literally went to a freezing cold beach. And Eduardo was just being a pain. Like he literally tripped me over. So I ended up with ice cream in my face, which isn't ideal. No. He doesn't have a credit card.
Obviously.
So out of nowhere, like literally room service turns up with like 6 bottles of their finest champagne. And I'm like, who ordered that? Because that wasn't me.
So Brocarde, what is the state of the relationship now? Are you guys like a happy married couple or how are you doing?
No, I'm a recently divorced ex-wife of a ghost. I know.
Hold on a second here. Wait, this was a story of, hey, I married a ghost, but this is even more interesting, which is, hey, I divorced a ghost. How do you divorce a ghost?
Yeah. Well, the only person to call would be an exorcist. And oh my goodness, that is the most harrowing experience you'll ever go through.
And like every artist who has gone through what you've gone through, did you write a breakup song about it?
Oh my God, I wrote a wedding song and a breakup song.
Let's play a little bit of it here.
My heart is racing, pulsing overdrive, 'cause you're my creepy little lover that I'm trying to hide. There's a fire between us that can't be denied. Be my freaky little lover.
I just realized that that's actually my wedding song that you just played.
Oh, it is. We're sorry about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's okay.
Bring it
Sorry.
Feelings. Bring it. Oh man, sorry.
Sorry, bro.
I know you're taking me back there. You're traumatizing me, guys.
Are you gonna date? Are you gonna date a regular boy?
Well, I guess so. I mean, it's going to be a tough act to follow. I mean, they're definitely not going to take me on the same kind of journey that Eduardo did. Well, I certainly hope they're not anyway.
Brocarde, that was incredible. Thank you for sharing all the juicy
That's a
details.
hell of a story.
Yo, he better not be with Marilyn Monroe.
I have no idea, but if he did, I wish them all the best because they have more in common. At least they're both deceased and they can enjoy the afterlife together.
At least they're both deceased.
Brocarde,
Yeah, exactly.
thank you very much for joining us on Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Every now and then I come across something where I'm just like, simpler times, you know?
Okay.
Because right now everything is just such a big deal and everything sucks and nobody's happy and all that other stuff. And whenever you get excited about something now, it's always kind of like tech related or remember the freak outs that people used to have with like the new iPhone? Like, we used to talk to people waiting in line for weeks. And like, none of that stuff exists anymore, right? Like, nobody gets excited about anything. And then I found this, which was a news story out of Minnesota from, I think it was like 1988 or something like that.
What the hell kind of
Okay.
internet do you have?
I don't know. I look.
How do you come across
I just do.
randomly?
I don't know. I
news
just
stories
do.
from 1988.
I don't know. I'll find something and then that makes me feel good, right? And then
This is like in the history books for Maria.
Yeah.
She's only 27 years old, new to
I
the
wasn't
show.
even
but just
88.
okay.
I was
Imagine
born.
this for a second, okay? Like
Sorry,
just
wait.
yeah.
Real quick. What year were you born in again?
96.
Oh, for God's sakes,
Okay.
All right. Okay. So, I just imagine then, okay, how simple and wonderful life would have been when the biggest news of the day, so much so that you tune in and like the news, actual news is covering it. Which is the day your town got Olive Garden.
It's a new Italian restaurant, and it is so popular that ever since it opened, which was about 1 month ago, they have had 45-minute waits at lunch and dinner.
What?
I mean, people are just going in droves to this place. Now, there's a big parking lot outside. It's a very convenient suburban restaurant.
Oh.
And when you go in, you see what they're going for, which is they call kind of an Italian garden setting.
It's a family Italian restaurant, as Steve said. It's owned by General Mills, and they have been all over the country. They started in Orlando. They have many of these in Ohio, but this is their first one in Minnesota, and it is a hit, as you can see. It is a very open space. It seats a lot of people, over 300 people, and they do have a kind of an Italian decor. They have some murals on the wall like this. They have some umbrellas on the tables that feel like an Italian courtyard, and then lots of skylights. So it is a bright open space. The tables are nicely spaced, even though they do have room for a lot of people. You don't feel crowded in there.
Now, the menu features various
Here we
regional
go.
foods from both northern and southern Italy.
Yes.
We're looking there, and what it says is you can get those breadsticks and salad complimentary with the entrees.
What?
And they're
All
quite
you
a
can
few. All you can eat, which is really nice.
Endless.
Now, there's what they call the tour of Italy. If you'd like to try a number of different things, that include a grilled chicken parmesan, a fettuccine alfredo, and lasagna.
Yes.
When you put that together with the salad and the breadsticks, we are talking a huge, and the salad is bottomless.
Give me spaghetti
You can keep
meatballs.
getting more and more and more.
Come on.
It's great.
Come on.
At lunch, you can get spaghetti with meatballs for
There it
$4.25. It's a bit more expensive, $6.50 at dinner, but that still is a really good deal for the size of the portions that you get.
Wow. That was a minute and a half news report in 1988.
Thank you.
Olive Garden?
Yes, because that is what was important. So every now and then I find stuff like that, and it just makes me feel good, right? I don't know. I like that there was a time where like the biggest thing going on in anyone's day was that Olive Garden came to town. Because I grew up in that kind of town. When we got KFC, it was the biggest thing that had happened in years.
Right.
Other than when we got a second stoplight.
How long was the news story
Other
when
than
the-
when we got a second stoplight.
It was the talk of the town.
Right. It was the talk of the town when we got KFC. When we got KFC, it was everybody I know applied. There was a lineup down the road.
Yeah?
Yes. Like they were selling like
all the kids at school start talking about it?
everybody. But only I was the luckiest guy in town because I had the girlfriend that got the job at KFC. So at the end of the shift, all that leftover chicken went in a bucket, went to my house, and in my belly.
Yeah.
Right?
It's greasy for days.
Oh, for days. But no, Maury, to answer your question, you think we had a television station at the time?
No, I was going to say,
to
do you remember the news story when cars were invented?
Shut up.
Wow.
Such a jackass.
Disrespectful.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I feel so like I think I do manly stuff, right? You know what I mean? Like, and every now and then, and I don't mean like, when I say manly, it's just how I personally feel, where like I need to do like hard work and stuff like this. Because sometimes I just think I get too soft. But then I watch, you ever watch Alone? Right? Alone is this show. It's like a survival show, and there's like 10 seasons of it, and it's incredible, where they just take these like 10 different people from all over Canada, North America, and then they stick them in some remote part of either, like they were in Mongolia one time. It's a reality show. A lot of times in like the forests in BC. This time they were in like, I don't even know, like northern Saskatchewan or something like that.
I think you've talked about this before. Are they allowed to give up? Like if they
if
they say they want to tap out?
So it's sort of like the last person standing kind of thing, right? And when they drop you off, you're allowed to bring certain things with you, like 10 things. Like you can bring a bow, an axe, a sleeping bag, a tarp, fishing line. Like there's a set list of like, 10 or 12 things.
And
that
do you know
can-
how
that
many
you
other
can bring.
competitors there
You
are?
do. So you know
you
how
don't-
many competitors.
Yeah.
But when somebody drops out, when they like call back on their walkie-talkie, maybe because they're starving, they haven't caught any fish.
Mm-hmm.
One person set their shelter on fire that they built, and they're like, winter's like in 2 days, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
So they tap out, they radio out. But the thing is that they don't let the other contestants on the show know when somebody's gone. Right?
Gotcha.
So when it's down to like 2 people that are like sitting there starving, like one guy lost, I think, 41 pounds in 35 days, something like that. Yeah, it's a lot, right? And so you don't know when you're down to when it's just you and somebody else. So you have people tapping out being like, man, I got to go. And then they could have won. Like, you don't know. But anyway, so it's extreme survival, right? And these guys are like building fishing rods and reels out of like wood. They make boats. They do all this crazy stuff. And then they catch a fish. And whenever they catch a fish or they catch like a mouse or a grouse or whatever it is, they eat everything, right? And they always start off with like they eat the organs first because they're the first to go bad. And then like they'll eat the brain of like a squirrel before they even
But how do
get
they
to the
know
meat.
to do all that?
They just know these guys are awesome, right? They just slice stuff open.
They researched.
They know.
before?
They've been doing this their whole lives, right?
Okay.
So then one guy I'm watching, and I'm like, I think that maybe I could do okay. I would not win the show, but I could survive a week, right?
Sure.
Like I could fish.
You watch enough episodes to know what to do to survive.
Thank you. Right. I know enough, but I don't have what it takes to survive. So I'm watching this one guy and he catches a fish and he's gutting the fish and he's taking everything out of the fish, right? Like all its guts. And they go on one side because he's going to eat those. And then the head comes off because he's going to make fish head soup and all this stuff. And then he gets very excited and he's like, oh my God, look at all the milt. Right?
All the what?
Milt.
M-I-L-T?
So he goes in with his hand and he starts pulling out all the milt. And he's like, oh, this is going to be delicious. Google right now, milt. M-I-L-T.
Am I going to regret this?
Google M-I-L-T right now. And this guy could not wait to eat it. Could not wait. He was so
I'm not even going to read
he
this on
was
the radio.
so excited that this fish was full of milt
I'm disturbed.
because of the protein in it.
Oh my God, it looks like teeth.
Okay? He was so excited about finding milt that he was going to survive like another day because he would get a chance to eat it.
Up
And he
until
was so fortunate that he found a fish full of milt.
up until this moment.
Yes.
I had no idea something called milt.
Right.
M-I-L-T
Yes.
existed inside a fish. Now,
Right. Milt is fish semen.
like I knew
Yeah.
fish had.
Yeah.
I didn't know they called it milt.
Right.
Looks like brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah. What's the matter?
more. How do I delete
You can't
from Google
you
history?
can't,
No, you had to have
can't.
open a private browser.
Yeah,
first.
yeah. Your history is now going to be filled with the sperm-filled reproductive gland of a male fish.
Bro, that's so
yeah,
gross.
right? But so this is what I mean. Like I can't survive. Like sometimes I do man stuff, right? And then I'm like, no, I'm actually not. Like I'm not near. I can't eat milt. Like I would go hungry
if it was grilled.
No, no. I would go hungry before I ate milt. Like I could not do it. I just couldn't do it. There's no way I could do it.
What if it was truth or milt?
No, I would. What do you mean?
What?
Like if you had to divulge
I couldn't do it.
truth.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
there's
no.
no way. There's no way that I could do that. Yeah, I
I
could
can't
be
even
starving.
do that show. Bro, I ate 3 hours ago. Right now, I am starving. If I'm on that show,
You're tapping out?
3 hours in. It's still daylight. I'm like, yo, send the chopper. Come get me.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I follow 50 Cent on Instagram, and he posted this video of this joke that Chris Tucker once told on stage. And it's not a new joke. I just never heard or seen the stand-up before.
What happened to Chris Tucker?
He kind of went away for a while, and then there was that rumor that he was getting back together with Jackie Chan to film Rush Hour 4, which I believe they are currently filming. Are they still doing that?
Did. Has anybody checked on him? He's doing all right?
Oh, yeah. He's
Yeah?
fine. Yeah. As far as I know, that they were supposed to do Rush Hour 4.
Oh. What?
What?
Just looking at Wikipedia, says that he had a connection to one Jeffrey Epstein, which was covered in the Netflix documentary. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Oh, so he decided to disappear. But Chris Tucker was telling this this joke on stage about hanging out with Michael Jackson. And Chris Tucker does a great Michael Jackson impression, right? And talks about how Michael Jackson just loved In the Club by 50 Cent.
Really?
So much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like rap, like he liked that 50 Cent song in the club. He liked the beat, so he be jamming to the beat. We be riding in the car. Michael just be jamming to the beat. He be like boom, 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 boom. It's cool until he starts saying the words. That's when it sounds crazy. He's like, you see me in the club with a bottle full of bud. Michael, no. Don't sing the words. Chris, I love that song, Chris. I love that beat. I love it, Chris. That is a cold-blooded beat. I love that beat. Of course I wouldn't go in the club with a bottle full of bud, Chris. I wouldn't do that. But I love that song, Chris. That didn't sound right, Mike. I know, but I love it.
It's so random.
That's so great.
Random. I love when celebrities come out with all these stories about Michael Jackson.
Wow.
That we've never heard before. Like the funnier stuff that you would not expect from MJ. Based on what we know.
That video, there was another Michael Jackson video that went viral recently from years ago, which was the story when Michael Jackson rented out an entire grocery store and used his own personal security to dress up as grocery store employees so he could go in with a cart and do some shopping to feel normal.
What? There's nothing normal about that.
And there's video of Michael. There's video of Michael in a grocery store where he's like, you know when you put your foot on the back of a shopping cart and you scoot, right? Like that. There's video of Michael doing that with an empty grocery cart in a grocery store.
Is it not kind of sad that he never had the chance to do it in real life?
Well, I mean, is it sad? Sure. Yeah, I guess it's sad. But to him, that was normal. Normal to him was renting out an entire grocery store and having your entire staff dress up as grocery store employees and be like, oh, sir, can I help you?
Do you think he took it as far as asking questions?
I'm sure he did, yes.
Things that maybe they were out of stock.
He was shopping.
Do you have any more of, I don't know.
Yes.
Chicken broth.
I'm sure.
Well,
sure.
I see there's no chicken broth here on the shelf.
Yes.
Can you check the back?
Yes. Where do I find the? Exactly. I'm sure he did. But there's a lot of every now and then new video shows up of Michael Jackson and just how wild his life was at the time.
I got to hear this again. This is Chris Tucker talking about Michael Jackson and his love for 50 Cent in the club.
Like rap, like he liked that 50 Cent song in the club. He liked the beat, so he be jamming to the beat. We be riding in the car. Michael just be jamming to the beat. He be like boom, 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 boom. It's cool until he starts saying the words. That's when it sounds crazy. He's like, you see me in the club with a bottle full of bud. Michael, no. Don't sing the words. Chris, I love that song, Chris. I love that beat. I love it, Chris. That is a cold-blooded beat. I love that beat. Of course I wouldn't go in the club with a bottle full of bud, Chris. I wouldn't do that. But I love that song, Chris. That didn't sound right, Mike. I know, but I love it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
Update.
Stephanie, welcome back to the Roz and Mocha Show. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. So it's a FML update. We talked to Stephanie just this year. It wasn't that long ago. It was May. Wow. And Stephanie is back.
So, Stephanie, you had adopted a kitten, right?
Yes.
And it was a crazy orange cat, if I remember correctly.
Yes, that's me.
And you also had a bunny.
Yes.
And the bunny was a grumpy old lady and didn't like the cat.
Yes.
Okay. And then you had other cats as well? Is that the deal?
Yeah. So at the time, keywords there, I had 3 cats and a bunny.
Uh-huh.
Now we're 3.5 months later,
And as per Roz's suggestion and going against my family's wishes.
Hold on one second, because you had, so the orange cat that was psycho was a baby, right? And what we had talked about was when you have a baby cat, a couple things you have to do. You got to run them into the ground every day like a dog or a kid, right? You got to play. But also, if you have one baby cat, you really should have two baby cats because they need a playmate, and that's how they learn to play fair, to not hurt each other. Like baby cats need baby cats.
To exhaust each other.
Yes. So what did you do?
I got the baby cat his own baby friend.
Nice.
Okay. And it sounded like you said not too long ago against your family's wishes as well?
Yeah. So because I'm, a young lady, my family thinks, I'm going to end up, crazy old cat lady. And I was like, I'm already there, I already have a bunch. And then today's my birthday, actually, and I'm entering a new decade of my life. So
happy birthday.
Thank you. I now have double trouble. And not only do they not tucker each other out, they still tucker me out.
Yes.
So raw. I mean, more cats, how can you be upset? More cute cuddliness, but also more craziness.
Yeah, but they chase each other.
Yeah, but then they also chase me together.
Yes, but they chase each other. They need a playmate.
So they don't tire each other out?
No. So basically, so there's like 3 sections of the day. It's either they're both chasing each other, or if one's just chilling and the other one goes, hey, I want to play. Yeah. And then there's never any break, like maybe 2 hours of the day.
Yeah.
And I'm at work, so, it probably is then. And they just go crazy at each other nonstop. Last night I had them locked in the bathroom overnight because I couldn't sleep. I promise it's not animal cruelty. They're alive now. They're playing in a box.
Yeah.
You get it.
I woke up and our baby cat was just sleeping in the bathtub. Like not even on a towel, like just sleeping in the bathtub.
Aww.
I'm like, what are you doing, Birdie?
So is the update then that you now got your baby kitten, and you're still at the same place you were when you only had one baby kitten?
Basically. And so it's not a update in terms of I need advice now because, we're at the city bylaw limit. So there's no more cats in my future.
Because my suggestion was going to be, why don't you get a third baby kitten to tire the other two out?
I'm going to be on the news for, lady in Hamilton, hoarder or whatever. I don't need that in my life. I already have my family.
Your cat is better off having a playmate. Whether you think it is or not, your cat is much better off having a playmate. When we got our little one, Moo, when we brought in Birdie so we could have a playmate, it changed over time, everything. But he has become now a little bit more chill because he's like maybe a year older than Birdie is. And now Birdie's a psycho. And we're like, oh my God, we just got one baby.
How old is Birdie again?
Birdie is just over a year, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think maybe just over a year. But it helped immensely to have him because all he wanted to do was play. Yeah. And he was just going at the older cats to just be like, play with me. And then they would just punch him in the face. Right. They didn't want to be a part of that. And so when we got him, the playmate, when we got Birdie, it was amazing. And they just like run around and they're crazy. Like they wake you up in the middle of the night because they're chasing each other like through the house and stuff like that. But they're cats. That's why you have them. You want them to have fun.
Yeah, I know. That's literally what happened is at least their other siblings too are way happier now for the most part because now sometimes they tag team their siblings. So, but the other times when they don't do that, it's quite adorable except for the one I already had. He's a little bit older, so sometimes he's a little aggressive. Mm-hmm. But you can definitely see the learning curve of how they help each other out is way better.
Yes.
And I do get a bit of a break. It's a bit of a fighting show or, when they go at each other and all that. But it's definitely a lot better. So I guess my life has improved, but it's also that much crazier, if you will.
How many animals in total do you have now?
Technically 5.
You got room for more, I think.
Also, you're welcome?
I don't know. You'd have to talk to my parents about that. My parents are my landlords. So they're...
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Oh, look at that. We just ran out of time. That's for next FML. Thanks, Stephanie.
Yeah. Oh, wait, quickly.
What?
You guys never asked me the question last time.
Oh, we didn't?
No, and I was really heartbroken.
Oh, well, between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz.
Wow. Even after all the bad advice I gave you?
Yeah, well, when you don't give me bad advice, you're giving other people good advice. That helps me.
Oh, so it
and
was
then
bad
as much as and as much as my cats are crazy, I am way more happier with them. So, I guess, yeah.
Amazing. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thanks. Bye.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Have you ever stolen something worth over $100?
Does hearts and a saucy glance count?
Oh, God. CNN wrote an article on things that almost everyone steals. And we're not talking about stuff like that'll get you arrested or like thrown in jail. We're not talking about like robbing a jewelry store or anything.
Okay,
Right?
but everybody's stealing now though because like nobody can afford you know what I mean? Like my entire feed is just people getting caught stealing things now. Like it's wild
Something
to me.
as simple as toilet paper.
Yes.
Right? Some of the things on the list include pens, hotel amenities.
Wait.
parking spots.
Wait. Pens, okay? If you know it's somebody's specific pen, and you borrow it or take it and don't give it back, yes. But there's a lot of pens in the world that don't necessarily belong to someone.
Like
so
work?
if
If you take like a pen from work?
Yes, so if you walk out with it, you haven't stolen.
What if it's a box of 10 pens?
That's stealing. Yes, that's stealing more.
I've done that.
Yes. Well, then
I've
you're
taken
a
pens
thief.
from like the hotel.
Those are meant to be taken.
Yeah, that's not stealing.
Is that like they assume that you're going to take the pen anyway?
Yeah, that's like the shampoo and stuff like that. That's why it's in such little bottles.
Toilet paper is on this list.
Yeah.
Street signs. I've never done that.
That's stealing. That's stealing. Definitely.
So have I, Maurie. I was just alluding to it.
Oh.
Something else on this list. Cheese. People have stolen cheese.
Cheese is very expensive.
Whiskey, champagne, and gin. Razor blades. Batteries. Clothing accessories. Coffee. Oh my God, coffee. I know someone.
Like coffee grounds, or like you go and you get a coffee and you don't pay for your coffee?
Maybe that. Maybe you just like don't pay for it. I know somebody who they use their phone, the app on their phone, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say the name of the company.
Okay.
But they recently loaded the card on the phone.
Yeah.
And then the app needed an update. They updated the app, and there's some glitch that does not take money out of the account.
No.
Doesn't take it out of your digital card. So since February, he's been going to the coffee shop almost every day, ordering the same thing, and it doesn't decrease the amount that's on his card.
I was in a Starbucks the other day, and I'm standing there because I ordered a coffee, right? And I'm off to the side, and they're loading up all the coffees on the counter with like the little stickies on them for people who have just ordered from the app, right?
Yeah.
And then like one by one, people are just walking in over to that table, grabbing a drink and walking out. Like they don't check ID.
No, because you just ordered. What does Starbucks care? They got their money already anyway.
I know, but like I could just walk into a Starbucks.
Yes, you can.
And grab a drink off that counter that's sitting there waiting for somebody.
Yeah.
Just be like, cheers, and walk out.
But you don't
then
know
that's
what's
a
in the
gamble.
cup.
Exactly. That's a gamble. You don't know what you're getting.
Yeah, true.
Like, and then you look suspicious if you like look at it and read it.
No, because people do, because they look for their names.
Yeah, all you do is look for the name and you grab the cup and go.
That's crazy.
Have you ever stolen something worth over $100?
Gotcha.
Samantha, hello. It's Roz and Mocha. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. So, give up the dirt. Stole something worth over $100. What'd you do?
So I stole diapers because I have two kids I have a 3-year-old and a 10-month-old who actually is Roz's namesake. We named him Weston. He was born last summer.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Groceries are so ridiculously expensive. I cannot go without spending under $100.
Uh-huh.
And so the couple times I've gone grocery shopping, I've put them on the bottom of the buggy and just kind of cruise through checkout with a person so that they don't see it.
Oh,
And
so you intend. So this wasn't like unintentionally leave the store.
Oh, damn.
With the goods.
Oh, no, this was planned, and then it's sneaky so that if they see it on that little, like, mirror thing, I can be like, oh, no, I forgot them. I'm so sorry. And then I can pick them up and pay for them.
Oh, mom brain.
Wow. Wow. So you stole diapers.
Oh, yeah.
Diapers are expensive. How much, like was it like a full pack or a couple, or how many diapers were you stealing?
Usually it's a couple boxes, so they're like $40, $50 a box.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how many boxes would you get like at a time?
3 usually.
3. And how many times have you done this?
I've done it 3 times now.
And you plan on doing it more?
Yeah. Unless we're going to change the price of diapers or groceries, I have to.
They're not changing the price of diapers and groceries, Samantha. Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. It seems less despicable if it were reversed, if you paid for the diapers and stole everything in the top basket. You know what I mean? Like there's something almost forgiving about stealing diapers.
That's how I kind of see it. I'm like, well,
it's not right, Samantha.
I don't have any choices. It's not wrong.
It is very wrong.
Listen, don't get it twisted. We're not co-signing your behavior here, okay?
No, I'm just saying you're a little bit more inclined to forgive. We're not saying there's nothing wrong with it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not stealing like a PlayStation or something fun. I'm stealing diapers.
Thanks, Samantha. Thanks very much for sharing.
You just wait till your kid wants a PlayStation. We'll talk to you in 12 years.
Have a good day, guys.
Stealing 3 and 4 at a time.
Right, love
Have a good
you.
one. Bye-bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Things that almost everyone steals. That's what we're talking about.
Let's not say everyone, okay?
We just talked to a woman who said she intentionally steals diapers for her newborn.
It's tough times. It's tough times.
This is based on a CNN study. Simple things like pens, hotel amenities.
Which I highly disagree with those two things.
Books and magazines, razor blades.
Like you steal a magazine from the store?
I've done that before.
Yeah? Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Batteries, clothing accessories. Go through some texts here.
I've stolen shampoo from the gym.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We discovered that long ago. Or you admitted that.
Well, you didn't even steal it because it's attached to the wall. So
No, but I brought Tupperware.
Maury brought in Tupperware and started like pumping the top of it.
And for how long? How long did you do that?
I thought you meant like 30 seconds. I mean, no, for like years.
Yeah.
And that gym went out of business, right?
No, I still go.
Oh, they still, you still go?
Isn't that the gym that you owed money, so you stopped going?
No. That was a different one. Now I go to
That's the one that
Barry's.
closed down.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh, so you steal from Barry's.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they're rich.
Wow.
I hope they're not listening.
Who, Barry's?
What an attitude.
The gym
What
that
an
Dan and Maury
attitude.
goes to and steals shampoo from?
That's
in
the
Tupperware. Barry's, right? Is that the one? Barry's?
That's the one.
Right, Barry's. Barry''S. That one? Barry's?
That's the one, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Also, more to somebody else, more. You're rich. You know that, right?
Oh, I am not.
Oh.
I owe the bank $700.
Does Barry's know that? How much do you owe Barry's?
Yeah.
No, I owe
The gym,
Barry's
that
nothing.
you go to.
That you steal from.
That you have
Maury,
admitted
we're
to
not
steal-
going to Barry's now. He wanted to go do a workout together, and he steals soap from there. I'm not going in there with him.
Maria, do not go and
don't.
work out with Maury at Barry's where he steals from.
Yeah, no, that's I'm not. You're gonna make me think that I'm stealing soap
I know.
too.
Yeah, you're going to be his mule.
Yeah, he's gonna hand you a Tupperware. And be
Yeah.
like,
Go in the bathroom and fill it. You're going to be like, with what?
Oh my!
With what?
Okay, somebody on text said I stole a Gucci handbag once.
Oh.
Come on, yeah, way more than $100.
Yeah, I don't feel so bad now.
Damn.
I used to work retail and need Target moms as strollers because they always had stuff.
Somebody said
You used to what?
I used to work retail and we would target moms with strollers because they'd put things in their strollers all the time.
Oh, I thought you meant like you used to target them as in like you would steal from them.
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
All right.
no.
Okay.
You don't need that baby formula. The baby looks full. Take it. Somebody else said, where is it? Oh, it wasn't over $100, but when I was a kid, my dad got me to steal Bret Hart sunglasses at a WWF show.
That's amazing.
There we go. That's amazing.
Let's see here.
Mocha, you stole a CD once.
Somebody
Damn,
left
snitch.
their ATM card in a machine, still logged in.
No.
And I took $500 from them.
No.
Reads another text.
Come on now.
As we head back to the phones. Brendan, you are up next.
My story. Okay, so goes back about 20 years ago. I was about 15 years old. Me and my friend Tim, we were out at night, probably about 1 o'clock at night.
Stop.
We
Is
were
Tim a real name or fake name?
No, for real. It's
Oh,
Tim.
okay. This is the way you said it.
Yeah.
It sounded like a fake name. Okay, so you and Tim were 15, and what'd you do?
We were breaking into cars. We were finding open doors and taking change and radios, whatever we could do. And we came across this one van, a minivan. And my friend Tim, he's like, hey, I found the keys. I think it's to this minivan. So we ended up jumping in. I jumped into the driver's seat. He jumped into the passenger seat. We ended up kicking it into neutral. We pushed it down the road first. I didn't want to start it up in this guy's driveway. And we pushed it down the street, started it up, and took off. We're driving around for like probably a good hour or so, just having fun. And my friend Tim, he's like, let me drive. So we switched seats. He's never driven before.
Oh, no.
He's like, let's go pick up my other buddy, Patrick. So he's like, he lives in this townhouse complex, right? So he goes in. He's like, I'm like, don't park in front of his house because his dad might be home. Let's park down on the other side of the courtyard. So he hangs a right, takes the sharpest right turn I've ever seen. We smash into this lady's townhouse.
Oh, no.
We crash into the wall. We freak out. We jump out the car, jump out the van. We're running down the courtyard. I knock on Patrick's door. We're like, yo, we took a minivan. We stole one. We got to hide. And he's like, well, let's go for a ride. Let's go take it out. I'm like, no, Tim parked it in your neighbor's kitchen. We got to go. We got to hide.
Oh, no, Tim, what you doing?
We end up hiding in Patrick's place. We go upstairs to his bedroom. We turn off all the lights in the house because cops were called and everything. And we're watching the whole chaos just take place from his bedroom window. And we see the cops show up, and they got flashlights looking around, seeing who's around. They eventually take the car out of the house and tow it back to the guy's place. And so once everything was gone, we took off, and we kind of got away with it scot-free.
So wait, how long were you in Patrick's bedroom for?
Probably about an hour or so by the time the cops got there and removed the van and everything and, you know, investigated whatever they had to do. Just talk to the lady because it was an older lady's house that we crashed into.
Oh, and then you eventually got caught, though, right?
No,
of course not. Of course not.
And since then, had you stolen cars afterwards?
Oh, many. So between the ages of like 15 and 20, I was stealing cars and doing stuff like crazy. But the story doesn't really end. About a week later, we went back out and we're doing the same thing, breaking into cars and stealing stuff. And we go back to that same neighborhood. And we see the minivan in the guy's driveway, all smashed up.
Oh, no.
So my buddy looks at me, he's like, bro, I still have the key for it.
Oh,
no. So I jump in the driver's seat. He jumps in the passenger seat.
Oh, Brandon.
We kick it into neutral. We push it down the road. I go to start it up. It doesn't start.
Oh, no!
So we just left it right in the middle of the street and just ran. That was it.
Did you leave the key in it?
I can't remember.
Oh, damn. You got friends like I had growing up where you show up to a buddy's house and you're like, bro, we just stole a car. And he's like, cool, let's go.
That's it, man. That's it.
So what are Tim and Patrick up to these days?
No idea. I lost touch with them probably like 18, 19 years old. We all went to different schools and lost touch. So.
Oh. Did any of them go to jail?
I did. I think Tim did as well.
What did you go to the joint for?
I was in and out for many years for different stuff. It's a long story.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we got that kind of time. Damn, Brandon. That's a lot. Thanks so much for sharing.
All right. No problem, guys. Thanks.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Things took quite a turn.
On this show?
The confessions are all out there. Wow.
Yeah, people steal a lot
Talking
of
about
stuff,
this study that CNN did, things that almost everyone steals. And like simple things they have on this list include pens, hotel amenities. They even put here parking spots, toilet
That's
paper.
not stealing.
No, but not paying for it is what they mean.
Lighters are on here. And then we got people reaching out, talking about someone said someone just texted and said they accidentally stole back in the day a PS4.
Yep.
Talked to one guy just now about him and his buddy stealing cars, stealing vans. Another woman who a lot of people are very upset that she admitted to stealing diapers.
Diapers, right.
And not like, oh, I was desperate, I needed it one time. when she goes to the grocery store, it's like 3 boxes at a time, knowingly.
What are we going to do?
Somebody texted and said, I worked at a shoe store as a teenager. A guy who worked in the warehouse stole a bunch of heels from me. I didn't ask him to do it, but I kept them all in my size and beautiful.
Yes.
Oh my God! Somebody said I stole a Valentino jacket for worth $18,000.
Oh my!
Wow. How do they do that?
I used to steal badminton rackets in high school.
That's very specific.
Someone said they stole cakes from Fortino's.
Why don't I just say cake? Why you got to drag Fortino's into this?
What else here? Oh, there's so many. Where's the one? He said here. Does it count if your intention was to pay, but the cashier did not ring out the item? If so, I have stolen rum, jeans, food, and gas.
How does that happen to you so often? What kind of magic debit card you got over there?
This happens to my mom all the time, too.
Really?
Stop it, Maria.
Seriously. She just texted me now saying I stole pots and pans by accident.
She stole what?
Pots and pans by accident. It literally happens to her all the time. My dad and her were doing our backyard. They got a whole table and chairs for free. The guy just didn't scan it in. And they didn't realize till they got home.
We got some snitches on this show.
Yeah, there's a code, man.
My mom's me so mad.
Yeah.
There's a code.
You're going to get home today, Maria? And
I'm going to be told to go to my room.
the doors are going to be, the locks are going to be changed.
Yeah.
416-870-8888. Go ahead.
Hey, how's it going? When I was younger, me and my buddy used to go around in the malls and steal all the colognes from the men's fragrance section. But then one time we were on our way out there, and I guess they started putting security tags on them, and so it started beeping off. So we just snuck by the door and just dropped them all right by the entrance, and it just took off.
Can you remember some of the brands that you would steal?
Oh, yeah. Back then for me, because I'm late 30s, it was the Tommy Hilfigers, the Polos, the CK1s.
Yeah.
Just basically any of them. But now I don't do it, and unfortunately my kids are out there, doing things like that, and I can't stop them, and I pray to God that one day they don't get caught.
Like stealing colognes?
Not colognes, but, they're girls, so they're doing the makeups, the bikinis.
Wait a second. You know that your girls are out in the mall stealing makeup and bikinis?
Yeah, and how do I stop them?
Bro, you're their father. You should have the answer to that.
Right? I don't know. They're at the age now. They're in their middle teens. They go to the mall by themselves. I can't watch them at all times when I'm out there working, trying to provide.
So why don't you make them take the stuff they stole back to the store?
It's coming to that because,
if my father ever found something in my room that I stole.
Bruh.
Yeah, my brother got caught when my brother got caught when we were kids, and that's exactly what my dad did.
So why don't you do that?
I don't have as much power as the wife.
Oh my God.
Bro. My dad would make me wear the bikini.
But you know what else I noticed on the show?
And then make me return it and walk out nude.
Before I got on here, I just wanted to point out when you guys were going through things of items that were being stolen.
Yeah.
I found it hilarious that Roz was people steal stop signs, or someone was Mocha was stop signs are one of the things being stolen, and Roz was like, yeah, that's definitely stealing. But isn't it all stealing what we were talking about?
Well, not pens. I mean,
You just made it out like stop signs were or street signs were the big thing to be stolen, but the whole topic.
What's your name again?
Stealing. Mike.
Mike, thanks so much, bro.
Thanks, man. Take it easy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Josh, hello, it's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, buddy. You are at a crossroads in life, huh?
Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering, do I do this or do I do that?
Right. Josh, you wrote this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. I'm a 22-year-old landscaper, who graduated from firefighting school last year. Despite completing the program, I'm hesitant to pursue firefighting due to its impact on my dad. Simultaneously, I'm passionate about the film industry and have a full-season TV show idea, but the film school costs $42,000. My mom's opinion has shifted, complicating my decision even further. I'm torn between firefighting, considering my dad's experience, and my costly dream of working in film. Let's go start with your dad. Why are you hesitant to become a firefighter?
My dad's been a firefighter in Toronto. He was a fire captain in Toronto for about 25 years.
Yeah.
So he obviously, after his career, a lot of the old-time firefighters, they push down all the PTSD and stuff like that. But just seeing that affect him kind of affected my decision a bit. But it's still a career I'd pursue. It's just what I want to do at the end of the day.
And then what's your mom's opinion? Because you said you want to do firefighting, but you also want to go to film school. Your mom's opinion has shifted, complicating things. What was her thoughts on everything?
My mom initially didn't want me to go to school because she didn't know if she didn't know if I genuinely wanted to do it.
Sorry, she didn't want you to go to film school?
No, she didn't want me to go to firefighting school.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like, she doesn't know she wants me to do it, and she'll let me do whatever. She's supportive of kind of like anything I want to do. It's just she's seen what's happened to my dad as well. So it was just kind of that mix of, if I go to school and pay the money to go to school and then not end up doing it, that's what I was nervous about. But I still, like I said, it's still something I'd love to do. It's just whether I can give myself a couple of years to do film school. Are
you assuming that your father feels a certain way about you becoming a firefighter, or have you actually had conversations with your dad?
No, I've had a lot of conversations with my dad. We've talked a lot about the work and how hard it is and how easy some people think it is, but it really isn't. And
I don't think anybody thinks it's easy.
Yeah.
Except for the 7 days a month that people go to school for, even the people in school, when I talk to them, that's a lot of people are in there for the wrong reason.
Yeah. So I would say that you're probably, if you're going to be a firefighter, you're probably in a more fortunate position than most people to have a father who's been in the game for as long as he has, and that if you do sort of encounter any, problems or mental health stuff, I think that, you have somebody there who's seen it all and would probably be an incredible resource for you and might actually help him out a lot. But nobody wants their old man to worry about them. So I understand that. And it's tough. So film school and all that other stuff, that is a very, very tough nut to crack. And
that's a part of this whole story that makes me a little bit nervous. You say you have an idea for a TV show, but getting a TV show off the ground, everyone can have a great idea, but not every idea is going to get produced or even be successful.
I totally understand that perspective of it, and that's the same perspective I had in it. And the funny story of it is that when I was in firefighting school, that's when I came up with the TV show idea. And every day I'd come into class, and me and my classmates would come up with a new scene, and we kind of builded it in school. And I never thought about it. I worked on it for the last year, and I'm like you just said, I'm at that standstill where it's hard to get it off the ground.
Has anybody looked at it yet? Or is it just you and your classmates just wrote a script? That's kind of stuff's happened before, but in order to get something made, you need an agent, you need all this other stuff, right? You can write a script, but to get it in front of somebody who's a producer, that's a real hard sort of thing to do. So if you're looking to get words in front of producers, then maybe film school is the best way to go. But you may find out very early on that it's not for you, or that you don't have it, or that maybe you're not a writer. I don't know, because nobody's seen your script, but I will tell you this. Having worked in television for so long and knowing so many people who have sat in those meetings who actually have agents and have written for shows before and, finally put a script together, when you sit down in front of somebody with a treatment for a television show, the first question, or one of the first questions they're going to ask is, okay, you got a full season, of ideas here. One, how many scripts do you have? But the big question is, okay, you got a season. What do you do in season 2? Tell me about season 3. And that's the meetings that you're going to have to be in.
Yeah, 1,000%. And I appreciate that piece on it, just because I've had people tell me the same thing, but at the end of the day, for me, it's like been a dream of mine to work in the film production industry. But like you said, it's such a hard industry to crack into and get into.
Start at the bottom. And that's and unless you get your script in front of somebody who is like, oh my God, I will move, like a lawyer or an agent who they're like, I will move mountains to get this in front of somebody. Like, unless you got a script that is blowing people away, the best way to get into that business is to start at the bottom. And whether that's school or that is just finding jobs on set, and working your way up and working with people, that's the sort of path that you're going to take.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what school would be for. And yeah, it's, at the end of the day, like, it's a dream. So it's just kind of deciding between getting myself in a career and still going for a dream.
I would say that as far as like a life where there's a paycheck and stability and, firefighting is probably the more secure job, even with the risk of death. Realistically, about feeding yourself and a family, that's probably the safer of the two options. So I think that it's a matter of whether you want to sort of go with something safe where you have a support system at home, or if you want to sort of like do the thing of where you live out your dream. And we're not opposed to living out dreams on this show, but when you say that you want to, your dream is to just get into film, I think you need to be a little bit more specific with yourself. And I think that you need to put a whole lot more thought into this, because I think that your relationship with your dad is sort of clouding everything. And I think that all of this starts with a good conversation with your old man.
Yeah, absolutely. I really appreciate the advice, guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh.
All right. Thanks, Roz. Thanks, Mocha. Take care.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Damn it, by Maurie.
Ooh, can you do the voiceover?
Yes, I will. I'm going to support you any way I can with this, more. Except for wear it.
That was my next question.
Not a chance.
To some sort of big gala event?
Damn it, Maurie's trying to take over the fashion world, the scent world, with a signature scent, Damn It by Maurie. And he's been working on it at home, right?
Like, but this time I went to an actual place.
You went to an actual place?
Yeah, it's called Candle, and they make fragrances.
Okay.
So they let me loose in their lab.
So you're in an actual lab now with this.
With a lab coat.
Yeah. That's what I'm telling you, man. This is going to happen. Damn It by Maurie's going to happen.
So remind everybody again, version 1, the notes were
Maurie's favorite smells, which historically on the show, he's always talked about how much he loves the smell of chestnuts roasting when he and Matthew go to New York City. So chestnuts, patchouli, tobacco, and Kit Kat. Mm-hmm. And to try and combine all of those, version 1, when he let us smell it smelled like cleaner. Like
it was disgusting.
It looked like unhealthy urine and smelled like floor cleaner. Like it was really quite rancid, and it got in your eyes and in your mouth, and it was not good.
Before we get to version 2,
yes,
smelling.
Yes,
can you tell us what changes you made?
Have you made any? What
is the formula?
It was more or less the percentages of each thing that went into it, right?
Okay.
Like a little bit less alcohol, maybe more of some of the scents.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
To try and balance things out a little.
So it's the same
It has
ingredients.
to be the same. Yeah, it has to be.
Exact same
Yeah.
ingredients. You just changed how much.
It's chemistry,
Yeah.
man.
So before we smell here, let's get Damn It Maurie's husband, Damn It Matthew's reaction.
Okay.
To Damn It by Maurie version 2.
Always
Matthew.
What?
I want you to try the new Damn It by
You
Maurie.
That's what you better do.
By the way, once again, Damn It Maurie corners Matthew when Matthew is in the bathroom.
Because he can't run. No, come on, try it.
I am literally...
Right, you can't move. You know I was making the cologne. Do you want to try it?
No, because you are obsessed with patchouli and I don't give two shits about patchouli. Ew, no! You why the did you do that? I have asthma. I can't be smelling this.
Well, how else are you supposed to try it if I don't spray it?
Ew, Maurie, I hate it.
Your first thoughts.
Put it in a candle.
So it's good?
No, do not spray that. It's like borderline, like alcohol. No.
Can you wear it back to work after lunch?
Do I have a choice? You sprayed it on me. Don't you dare. I do not like the
You're
smell
not
of
telling
this.
me what tones you're smelling.
I'm smelling. You know when you hurt yourself and there's this liquid that like looks like a dye? It's like a red.
Polysporin?
No, it's a liquid, a brown red dye liquid.
Polysporin?
No, it's like what they put on you before they're going to do surgery on you and they're going to cut you open. They put this liquid on. That's what it smells like. Don't you dare. I will. Shove that up your ass.
I'm spraying it on your pillow. I'm spraying it on your pillow.
Oh my God.
Don't you fucking dare, Maurie. I do not want to smell that at night. I have asthma. I can't have fragrances.
So what are you going to tell everyone at work when they ask you what you're wearing?
I'm going to tell them I just came from the ER and had like emergency surgery and they had to put that what is it called?
Why is your neck turning red?
Oh no!
Am I breaking out into high? Now I'm getting an allergic reaction. I better not be, Maurie.
Your neck is like bright red.
I will murder you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Does it give you hives, Maurie?
Can I put that on the bottle?
Oh my God.
May it give you hives?
I'm coming in.
Damn it, by Maurie. It gives you hives.
Yeah, just don't spray it around the room
Don't
more.
spray
Don't
it
spray it
again.
around the room. Honestly, I couldn't.
The last time.
Spray it on the car.
Yes, and don't. But you can't spray it around the room because I actually want to take this seriously and I want to be able to smell what it smells like without having to choke on it. I don't like when you walk in here and then I start choking on things.
Yo.
Shay, Shem.
Here, bring the bottle over. Don't spray it. If you,
Okay, don't-
I swear,
Maurie, don't
if you
spray it.
spray it, I'm going to punch you.
What? What?
Like what I did with other people. Can I spray
Yeah.
it on your wrist?
No.
You have to
Give the bottle to Mocha. Let Mocha spray it on his wrist.
Give me the bottle.
Yes.
Spray it on your wrist.
Yes.
Don't.
Okay.
Spray it on your
Okay.
wrist.
This. Oh. It's.
DMFI Maurie version 2. It looks a lot. It still looks like dirty urine, but it looks like a little bit more cloudy.
Yeah.
Almost like motor oil. Actually, no. It looks like gasoline.
It does. I'm really smelling
That's what it looks like. Gasoline.
I'm really smelling the chocolate, but it's not a good chocolate.
Oh!
Yeah, it's not.
It's not good, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's.
Spray it on your skin.
Yeah,
It's not
spray
good.
it on your arm. Spray it on your arm. Spray it on your arm. Just spray it on your arm. Come
I'm
on.
not spraying it on my arm.
Be a team player. Spray it on your arm.
I'll
Your
spray
wrist.
it-
You can what? Don't spray it on your clothes. Don't spray it on your clothes. You're never going to get it out of your clothes.
Yeah, but when you spray it on your skin, it lasts longer.
No, Maria.
Yeah.
Maria.
Sorry.
Come here, dear Maurie. I'm gonna spray it on Maurie's wrist.
Maria.
On
I
your
almost had him, dude. I almost had him.
I'm sorry.
I almost had him.
Wait, what is that? What else is on your finger?
Oh.
Oh God. That's so gross,
It doesn't
dude.
smell good. This
Let me
one-
smell. This one's worse than version 1.
Yeah.
Were
Like
you
it
eating
smells-
chocolate or is that the?
No, that's the fragrance.
Is it?
I
Okay.
sprayed it when on the card.
What do you think, Mocha?
It's disgusting.
Yeah?
Yeah,
No, but
it's
not as
so
bad as
gross.
version
Yeah.
1.
No, it's worse than version
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
I'd
I
rather
Disagree.
smell version 1.
I smell less alcohol and more chocolate.
Oh, it's really bad,
but
guys.
the smell, it's not a good smell. Well, like it's not, it's like, I will say this, it's like nothing I've ever smelled before on a person.
Yeah, that's true, but still, like, I
But
wouldn't
maybe
wanna
there's a
smell
reason
this
for
stuff.
that.
Oh,
It is it's very chocolate. It's very
Smelling the
chocolatey.
nozzle head.
Yeah.
Oh, let me smell your finger again. Come
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Don't
Give me
smell
that
the tip, smell the finger.
Again?
Hey, Maria, come in here real quick.
Okay, I'm coming.
It's so gross, guys.
Do you want to smell this, Shem, or no?
Nah, those who don't hear must feel.
Yep.
That's how I feel about this.
Okay, yeah. Shem's staying the hell
Yep.
in that room. Shem's not coming
You
in.
can keep Maria there, by the way.
Sorry, guys, I'm too busy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't want Maria
Yeah,
to come
you can
back
keep her
after
in there,
this?
by the way.
Okay, hold on.
All right, Maria.
Hold on. Maria, come
over
here. Come here.
Stand right here.
Spray my new sweater.
No,
No, we're not gonna
nobody's
spray
going
your
to spray your new sweater.
I promise,
Nobody's
I
going to
promise.
spray your new sweater.
No, come here.
Nobody's
Stand
going to
here.
spray your new sweater.
Stand right here.
I have to smell his finger?
You have to smell his finger.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Bring it back.
Maria's
Oh, it is
smelling.
way worse.
Yeah, thank you. Right?
Do you want some on your wrist?
No.
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 Good.
No.
You do it. It's a do it
Where's
yourself.
the paper?
Here,
Oh,
it's
do it
over
on
here.
paper.
It's over here. The
Roz
paper's
has
the
the
paper's
paper.
over
Go get
here.
the
The paper's over here. Come over here and smell the paper. You might like this. It might be different.
Oh,
It's worse
it
than his
smells
finger?
like a really bad caramel bar. What is that? You know, like a really expired caramel bar. Hey, no. I don't like it. Might
Oh no, Maria's gonna get hives now.
Okay, it's only version 2 though, right? This is only version 2. This is only version 2 of Damn It by Maurie, right?
Yeah.
It's only version 2. We got another version coming. We have another version coming, right?
It could be the final one.
Okay, but we have another version coming.
Of course we do.
Okay, good.
I can't invest in this, guys.
No, for the record, if he didn't like it, he would stop smelling it.
That's not true at all. If you think that, you do not know me at all.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yes.
I love the people who listen to our show so much. So perceptive. And when we released the new commercial on IG, we got a ton of comments, and then we started releasing all these individual segments for Instagram and Twitter. And the video game one, where I'm sitting there playing video games, and it's like super dark, and it's just got the neon lights, and then you walk down and you say, why is it so dark in here?
Buzzkill, yeah.
And you kill the vibe, you turn on the lights.
Yes, I do.
So the one part...
Vibe killer.
The one thing a lot of nerds were pointing out.
Immediately.
Yeah. Day one.
I know exactly what you're going to say, and it still doesn't make any sense to me.
They were like, why is Mocha using an N64 controller and Roz, when he starts playing the game, using an Xbox?
No, it wasn't Xbox.
No, not
was
Xbox. It was a GameCube, sorry.
Is that what it was? Is that what I was using?
Nintendo GameCube.
Yeah.
Why is Roz using a GameCube controller?
Yeah.
You guys...
I know.
You all saw the comments.
Yeah.
This is so funny.
Yeah, and then, but people started making it about my age. Like, am I on the older system and you're on the sort of like new, younger, hip system? Is that the deal?
No, I just think that it didn't make sense to people why we were using.
But they thought that it was deliberate because I'm older.
Oh, not the case.
Or a troll on me because everybody knows I've never played Nintendo before. Right? Like,
oh my God.
Yeah. Nobody says the fact that they're not plugged in or anything like that.
No,
right? Like
no,
it's
not
just,
at all.
yes. Yeah. And I don't know why. And I didn't question that it was two different controllers because for me, like video games, like when they went through their sort of like when they morphed into something else, right? Like when I was younger playing video games, you couldn't decorate them like a sticker book. You know, the controllers were one color. Everybody got the same color controller. It was either black or gray, right? That was it.
Now you can get custom skins.
Now you get custom skins. And I just thought also custom skins is funny to say. And I just thought when I sat down that we were both using different custom skins.
I noticed, but I was like,
you did, eh?
Noticed? And I was like, well, like we're already here. Like, what am I going to do? Make a big deal about it?
Yeah.
Like we can't go out in that moment and go get new controllers or other controllers.
No.
Right?
No.
And I was like, okay, these are two different systems.
Yes.
Two different controllers.
Yes.
And then...
But now you understand, though, right? For anybody, this is when you see like mistakes in TV shows, and then everybody online goes off on them, and like, how could you let that happen? It's exactly like this.
Coffee cup in Game of Thrones,
or anything like a phone that didn't exist then, or a whatever, right? Like people pick that stuff out, but that's exactly how it happens because it's just you go to a prop house and you're like, we need video game controllers, and then that person doesn't recognize that the two non-compatible systems, and then they stick them on set. I certainly don't know that they're not, and then the editor doesn't know, and like that's how it goes all the way through, and then somebody sees it on.
Maybe I should have said something.
What's that?
No, but if I would have said something, then maybe that part wouldn't have maybe they would have axed the whole thing, right?
No, they would have used one, and you two would have fought over it and wrestled onto the floor.
Whoa, hey, now shirts would have come off. Right. And I would have been like, okay, you get the controller, I get the oil. Like it just would have.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Angelina Jolie's tattoo artist. Had to jump into the comments. I guess he's like a tattoo artist to the stars kind of thing. Like you go on his IG and he's got like Matt Damon. And
what's his name?
Mr. K.
Oh, I've heard of him before.
Have you?
Yes. Maybe because he tattoos all
I think he did
celebs.
Michael J. Fox too. Just got a tattoo from him. But
I've seen this guy before.
So he did Angelina Jolie's tattoos, right? And Angelina Jolie got 2 tattoos on the insides of her middle fingers. That go all the way up her middle fingers.
Yeah.
And he posted a picture and blurted out what it was.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
And then he posted it on IG and then asked people to guess what it was.
Did he say these are
he's like, these are the hands of Angelina Jolie. Can't believe I got to do this. Guess what they are, because he blurred them out what the actual tattoos were, right?
Okay.
And So instead of fans trying to guess what tattoo it is, everybody was like, oh my God, I bet you she has like F. Brad on one. And then it turned into this whole Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt thing. And when you like look at the comments, like the Brad Pitt fans are now in there going, Angelina Jolie's gross. Like it turned into this whole thing to where then he had to jump in the comments to say it's all caps, nothing related with Brad Pitt. So the whole thing just went horribly wrong. No, I don't know. It's still blurred out on his IG, and she hasn't shown.
It says here, let me post actual tattoo photo. Oh, very soon.
Yes.
Yeah, there's like, oh my God, the comments.
I know. Yeah, like it got real ugly.
Oh God, people are rude.
No, on the internet in the comments. People are rude?
Yeah.
Come on.
So rude.
I know people are so vicious. They're so vicious. So vicious. But that would be a lot, though, because she's had a bunch of tattoos and then she got a bunch removed and then she got a bunch more. But to go out of your way to like they still share children together. So to
it wouldn't be something rude
to get F. Brad on your middle fingers.
No.
And also where the tattoo is, like if you give somebody the middle finger, right? Like if you're giving somebody the middle finger, you're the one reading it. Like it's on the backs of her fingers, right?
Oh,
so it's on the
Like
inside.
a message for her. What if it's like on the left finger?
Yeah.
B-E.
Right.
And on the right finger, the right middle finger, it says kind. So be kind. So she remember.
You think so?
Yeah. So every time when she goes to flip the bird to people, she's reminding herself, be kind. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that.
No, we were watching a TV show the other night and somebody said they flipped them the bird. And Roxy was like, what's the bird? And then Catherine and I just gave her the finger, right?
Oh,
and then immediately we didn't say anything. We just both gave her the finger, right? And then Roxy was like, yeah, but what does it mean? And we were like, oh no, that's flipping the bird. She's like, I thought you both just gave me the finger for asking.
Super rude, Mom and Dad.
Super rude. And I'm like, oh my God, had you not followed up, you would have just forever thought that you asked the question and we both just flipped you off.
She had me having a different conversation with a teacher at school the following day.
Yes.
How was your night? Well,
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There's a new show premiering on Prime September 15th called Wilderness. They just dropped a trailer for it yesterday, and it's making news right now because of Taylor Swift.
Oh.
I'll get to that in 1 second. The show description for Wilderness reads like this. Liv becomes the actress starring in Will's bad dreams after she learns about his betrayal, and her heartbreak is swiftly followed by another emotion. Fury. The couple embark on an American road trip Liv's fantasized about since she was little, from the Grand Canyon all through Yosemite before ending up with a hedonistic weekend in Las Vegas. For Will, it's a chance to make amends. For Liv, it's a very different prospect, a landscape where accidents happen all the time. The perfect place to get revenge.
What's the movie called?
It's a show called Wilderness.
Wilderness.
On Prime, September 15th. And why Taylor Swift is making news because of this is because her song, Look What You Made Me Do, is being used in the trailer.
Oh, gotcha.
But this is the newly recorded Look What You Made Me Do, because as we know...
Oh, it's Taylor's version.
Taylor has been re-recording all the albums that now belong to Scooter Braun.
Gotcha.
So she's now re-recording the Reputation album. And this is the first time the public and the fans, the Swifties, have heard Taylor's version of Look What You Made Me Do. And they feature it throughout the trailer. And in the trailer, it's just like all sorts of chaos happening between this couple.
I don't like your little games. It was one night. Like your tilted stage. The role you made me play of the fool. I don't like you. But I got smarter, I got harder in the nick of time. Honey, I rose up from the dead, I do it all the time. I got a list of names and yours is in red underline. I check once, then I check again.
funny thing about this version, Taylor's version of Look What You Made Me Do, is that it was only 2019 that Reputation
Yeah, I was just
album
going to
came out.
say, it was
So
like...
it's not going to sound as different now as it did 4 years ago.
Like, I wouldn't
It's
have,
way too
I
recent,
wouldn't have
right?
known. I wouldn't have known.
Like, it doesn't sound like I have the original. I won't play a lot of it because I want Scooter Braun to make any money off of it.
Well, he sold everything. Scooter Braun's not making anything.
Oh, okay. So this is like the original.
Yeah.
Right? But because of that whole Scooter Braun thing, she had to go and re-record it.
Yes.
But fans are freaking out because this is the first time that we were able to hear Taylor's version of Look What You Made Me Do for the trailer.
It's
for
very
Wilderness.
similar. It just sounds like a little, I don't know, just slightly different maybe?
I think it's the exact same thing.
I know.
But if you're into that show, Wilderness on Prime, September 15th.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.